quickly to knock it out, how would you explain Pumpfun to a complete normie who maybe is bought $100 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase but has never really used or interacted with any apps in crypto?
Yeah, so pump.fun allows you to basically create your own crypto, your own coin in under 2 minutes or under a minute even for under $2. The way it works is you just need to think of a name, a ticker, and a JPEG, an image for your coin, and it just costs $2, and all of a sudden it's in the blockchain and people can trade it. The main idea behind it is that loads of people want to participate in meme coins, trade them, but creating them used to be extremely expensive. Yeah. Not only because, well, you basically had two options. Either you knew how to kind of interact with Solana or Ethereum, or you had to pay for some expensive tools. And on top of that, you had to provide liquidity. Essentially just means that you need to provide some money up front so that your coin can actually start trading. And ultimately, that the minimum cost is at least a couple $1,000. Now, we saw that this was kind of broken. We felt like that because it was so expensive, it basically was only worth it for people that are really in it and people that wanted to extract from the ecosystem, right? Ruggers and so on and so forth. So we came up with, so what we did is we implemented a bonding curve when you launch your coin. And the simple idea behind it is you don't need to provide liquidity. It's just $2. And then from there on out, 100% of the tokens are sold on it, meaning that no one has any unfair advantage, so to speak, of getting tokens before the coin even launched. So even you as the creator need to buy in like everyone else. You can't take any of the liquidity. You can't change the name, the ticker, the JPEG once you've actually created the coin. It's immutable on the blockchain forever. So essentially, it's for the community from day zero. And essentially, what eventually happened is because pump.fun was a much better deal for people to launch coins. Yeah. It also became a place for people to discover them, right? Because people want to get in early. They want to see what's new. So it fairly quickly became the place to discover coins early on too.
Was there like a specific moment when you realized, holy shit, Pumpfun is about to go insane?
That's a really good question. I think that moment that I told you about in March, it was a pivotal moment. But to be honest with you, when we first launched it, we knew there was something to it. It was not. I think we knew it was something special from the second we even thought about the idea and started talking to people. Because we were trading in the space for a while, and then we really thought about it. Like, what are really the problems that people are facing trading shitters on Solana? And we quickly saw there's something here. There's something special. We built a bunch of ideas before Pump.fun, in SocialFi and NFTs. We even experimented in really the most random areas and corners of crypto. And nothing really felt like it's going to get there. But with Pump.fun, really from the second that we built it, we knew we had a really good chance of making it work. And especially when we launched it and we saw some of the spark, we just knew that we needed to just get it over the edge, and it was probably going to succeed. I think none of us could have foreseen, the acceleration that the platform saw, especially at the later stages. When you had celebs coming on and all that crazy shit.
Oh, we'll get into that. Insane.
But we had very, very strong conviction in the idea, and us solving this more than anything, solving these problems in the space. We always had tons of conviction in those, and we're going to continue building on those and improving the ecosystem.
How did you get it over the edge? Because you don't do a lot of interviews. It feels like Pumpfun does very little, if any, marketing and so on and so forth. How did you get Pumpfun over the edge and really become the standard to launch and trade meme coins?
Yeah. So definitely not any traditional marketing,
which I love.
We haven't paid a cent for marketing.
Really?
Nothing. Literally nothing. We've basically fully been reliant on Twitter. We use Telegram here and there, but what we used Twitter for, obviously we have our account and stuff, and we try to promote ourselves that way. But that didn't really get us over the edge. What really got us over the edge was literally door-to-door salesmanship, like literally, DMing people and cold DMing people and having conversations with them. Truthfully, this is something that I spoke about as well, on my Twitter, that I messaged 3,000 people, and that's how I kind of try to get pump.fun off the ground, alongside my co-founder as well, who also messaged a whole bunch of people. And yeah, this was not an exaggeration whatsoever. Like, we actually messaged thousands of people to try to make this happen. We went after people that we saw are kind of into meme coins, and the rest is history.
You know who else did that? I think is interesting is Dan Romero from Forecaster has a story where I think their first maybe 5,000, but I think 500 users. He had a 30-minute Zoom call with every single one. I think it's like an underrated strategy. What was the initial response when you're out here cold DMing people? Yo, we got this product, Pumpfun. Like, what was the initial response? What did people think about it?
Yeah, no, that's a good throwback. Essentially, when you first message people, you quickly realize how bad you are at it.
Yeah.
So, you try to grab their attention or something, but most people are just regular dudes. They just they're fine with having a conversation about, if we're talking meme coins, we quickly realize, let's just talk about meme coins. What are you holding, et cetera. And then we kind of got into just having a conversation with them, seeing what's up, what their problems are, what their interests are. And eventually you kind of get to pitching. At some point you have to pitch. You have to show them what your intentions are. Otherwise it's a little disingenuous. But people don't like to feel like they're being you're selling them something. You want to actually show them that you care and that you're providing them something that will positively improve their experience. And I think at some point we kind of perfected that art. And honestly, yeah, it was a huge pain in the ass to get off the ground, because when I started, I had 0 followers. I had a couple hundred followers and stuff. But with many people, didn't have mutuals. I literally double, triple texted people. I got blocked tons of times.
You're really good at Twitter though. Have you ran up a Twitter account before?
Never.
Really?
Never.
Well. Okay. Okay. We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
You're a really fucking quality poster. Why has no one built Pumpfun before Pumpfun?
It's a really good question, because this is one of those things when we built it. Yeah, usually good ideas when they actually end up succeeding, you're like, why has no one ever built this before? And we feel like, I think people. So one really important thing is there's a big distinction between, and I think this is a bit regrettable, and I think for cryptos generally to move forward, this needs to change. There's a big divide between users and builders. So users are like degens, and builders most of the time have no idea who their target audience is. They don't know. They actually don't really understand the space. It's pretty absurd, because usually, in Web 2, the builders, the founders that end up being really successful were in the trenches, really understood the products, really understood the markets. That's the key. And I feel like there's a lack of that in crypto. So to get back to the point of, we knew this was kind of going going somewhere, is that
it was on the topic of
is basically, yeah. So when why has no one built built this before? I think the big challenge is that for the space generally is that people, builders, because they don't really understand users in the space, they don't really understand the market. There's a huge stigma with building in meme coins, and you had that with NFTs. I think you had that with crypto generally. I think with everything in crypto that has ever been successful, it's always been stigmatized in day one. Not just because people were sidelined and really pissed that they didn't get in early, but genuinely from a product perspective, people didn't understand it. They got pissed off because it contradicts what they believed in the past. Yeah. Like with meme coins, for example, everyone believed last cycle, the whole point of last cycle was we're gonna build things that matter, and we're gonna prove to everyone in TradFi and Web 2 that I quit my job and I quit it for a good reason. I'm building something that's actually
real.
So yeah, I understand when this totally contradicts their worldview. Yeah, people are gonna get pissed. But meme coins have always existed. Meme coin, Dogecoin has been there for a decade. Ultimately, I like to make the comparison between meme coins and NFTs, because ultimately they're the same product, just repackaged differently in most cases. So that's the big thing. Builders, there aren't enough builders that really looked at the market. What are people trading, playing? Like, what are they doing? And try to analyze those problems. That's like one big reason for sure. And this problem still exists today. Literally yesterday, I saw some Asian VC that was like preaching to builders, don't build in meme coins. It's a distraction. Like, people still don't get it. It's crazy.
So what is your take on that? That meme coins are just a distraction from like the core idea and beliefs of crypto?